Morning again. I'm humbled and I appreciate you tuning in on these videos. I think that the human race is at the point where we have to educate ourselves. We can't live under illusionary skies anymore. We can't continue to perpetrate unawareness and control and power and things like this. So this is another question and answer video. Again, I really do appreciate your responses. The first thing I'm going to respond to is a couple of questions and comments here. One is from an oncology nurse. I suppose it's an oncology nurse. And the other one is a response to St. Jude's. You know, I'm a spiritual guy. I'm a God man. That's the only reason I exist, in my opinion. I don't have any other reason. I've been through a lot and 40 years of this, and I understand that I'm hard on the medical community. If you sit behind or with me and you see what I see, and you hear what I hear from tens of thousands of people, you would have the same reaction, if not a lot worse. I temper mine because I understand that creation is the way it is, and the Supreme Being set it up, and it is what it is. And I like to think that the docs at St. Jude's are just unaware. And they think they're doing everything they can to help the children. Those few that they can save, okay. But I'm here to tell you that if you can't cure your cancer or your child's cancer with these health protocols, nothing is going to save them. Nothing. And you will save a lot more. Over 90% of the people that come here post-chemo and radiation that are chewed up with cancer from the chemo or radiation survive it and live. Only a small few don't. Now, I love you. If you're an oncology nurse, I appreciate your comments. But there's a lot of misinformation in oncology, and you only see remissions or people that show clear, only to come here months or a few years later with cancer cells everywhere from the chemo. Remember the lymph system, and the lymph system is systemic. And remember, this is all about chemistry. You can blame fungus, and you can blame emotions, and you can blame all these contributing factors, if you will. Most of these are effects. The emotions could be tied into shutting down the adrenals and kidneys and therefore affecting the lymphatic system. But don't be fooled. If you're an oncology nurse, get out. You're not helping people. Become a holistic nurse, and we'll show you a level of healing that'll blow your mind. But the stories and the cases I get here post-chemo is unreal. I have people that have been chemo, set in chemo groups, getting chemo, and telling the stories of the pain and the suffering of those enduring this type of acid therapy, and then coming here and feeling so good, getting out of pain, getting off morphine. So I love you for your comments. But I'm telling you, if you don't think tens of thousands or millions of people are dying each year from chemo and radiation, you're misinformed. And I will tell you, these aren't my facts. These are facts from medical doctors that are professors at universities. These are neurosurgeons. I have a list of facts. You can Google Gary Knoll. Look at his website. Look at his facts. I hand it to Gary. For what he put together with some other medical doctors. But there's tons of it. I've got folders 2-3 inches thick of facts of the amount of deaths and injuries occurred through the allopathic community. So if you really want to help people as a nurse, get into the health field, the true health field. You can call it holistic, you can call it natural, but this is the health field. There's nothing healthy about allopathic medicine. It is a treatment-based and should be emergency cases only. Naturopaths should be the general practitioners because there's nothing, basically, a naturopath that does this kind of work at this level can't cure. Sometimes a lot of these naturopaths get caught up with digestive enzymes and probiotics, and you must be deficient in this or that. That's the worst kind of naturopath. Guys, you got to get your head up and get on top of the mountain. Understand the body's nothing but a bunch of cells and two fluids. So I'd like to think that those who are out there trying think they're doing good. But I can tell you as an oncologist, you know it's a killing field. There's many polls done by oncologists that what was one poll I read where 85% of, say, 1,000 oncologists polled would never take chemo themselves. Now, what's up with that? Chemo is not as acidic as it was. Chemo was 1 to 1.2. I've seen 1.2 chemotherapy. That's a little hot. That's a little cooler than battery acid. You don't come out, pour battery acid on your skin and see what you think. I took nursing, I took IV therapy. I've taken a lot of things in my life, allopathically. I've studied the heart inside and out, arrhythmias. I had my advanced life support credentials. I've done a lot of things. And I've seen a lot of things. But the people that teach me the most are you. My clients have taught me so much. Now, I want to answer some of these questions because that's what I'm doing this for, is to help you. This one question is, she has type 2 diabetes and what kind of fruit would be good to go on a fast? Well, you can try grapes first because it's a little more balanced. But lemons are very, very strong in terms of moving lymph. The reason we're always focused on the lymph is the suppressive and acidic nature of this system, being the sewer system, blamed for most of the problems. Now, when there's genetic weaknesses, you're going to enhance the function of cells. I don't want to take too much time on that because this needs a video to do this about genetics and how we increase the consciousness of a cell. Understanding in quantum physics that energy has intelligence, and that everything is frequencies of magnetic energy, and that chemistry is just frequencies of magnetic energy. Therefore, the cell is just frequencies of magnetic energy or consciousness. This kind of leads you into the spiritual side of life and understanding why Christianity uses the word omnipresence when it refers to the Supreme Being. Indian and Hindus already understand the word consciousness. And in physics, we understand and use the word intelligence. To understand that which invades and is all in the all. So, important to understand that why the raw foods and the herbs and the consciousness that they have, and the consciousness or magnetics or chemistry, you can talk about either one of those and their effect upon the health of a cell, because the ultimate issue is the health of a cell. Type 2 diabetes is always the adrenal gland, sugar metabolism. It's just the twin to hypoglycemia. Type 2 is really hyperglycemia. And that's sugar metabolism, cortisol levels in the body. By the way, if you're trying to check your steroid levels and hormones by blood or saliva, forget it. Not really accurate. So any fast, I don't care, do all fruits. Even though a fruitarian lifestyle is a lifestyle for Homo sapiens. We're the most advanced neurological species on the planet.